Hello team, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had a solid week and ready to kick on into the weekend. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing accommodation. We're still over in Bali and we need to discuss what types of accommodation they have over there, as well as if it suits you. So let's get into the video. Okay, the first thing we need to discuss is what types of accommodation they have over in Bali. The types they have over there are guest houses, homestays, apartments, condos. You can also have the ability to build your own and buy land. But the one that really resonates with a lot of expats is the Bali villa that has little gardens, little prey areas, and most importantly, your own pool. Now, I must stress that if your intentions are to build on land with the potential of ownership, unfortunately, you cannot do that in Bali. What you can do is lease up to 20, 25, 30 years. But once that lease is up, everything that's on that land goes back to the owner. Now, I must say that if you want to extend your lease, you can negotiate through with the owner. So that's general practice whilst you're in Bali. Now, the second solution, if you're not wanting to buy lease land or buy a property on a lease, you can rent long term. And a lot of expats definitely want to go down that road, because what that does is that gives you the ability to, like, if you're not happy with the property, you can rent for a year and then you can go somewhere else. So both options are definitely viable. Both options are definitely what I'm considering at the moment. Now, when we discuss rental costs, they vary, and the best thing you can do is to do your own research. But the research that I've done, you can rent from 330 USD a month right up to 1600 USD for some really flash villas. And then also you need to consider location. So if you're wanting to rent in and around like Canggu, Seminyak, and in the middle in Ubud, where all the content creators go, then you're going to be paying more compared to like the east coast of Bali, which is like Ahmed or Sanur, etc. You also have to consider your additional costs, things like internet, electricity, the staff that you use whilst you're renting, like pool cleaners, cleaners for houses, etc. And again, those prices vary depending on your location. So from me to you is I would stress that you do your own research and what your affordability is. I guess what I'm saying is, how long's a piece of string? Once you're happy with your property, whether you're renting or you're going to lease the property, you need to now look at your contracts and make sure that they're all in writing, with English and Bahasa next to it. You need to understand that these are legal binding contracts, and goes without saying that you must seek a legal advisor to help you through that process. Try not to deal with risky nominee arrangements, like things like through Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp. They've got to be legal advisors, something, or legal practitioners, basically, like similar to what we have over here in the Western world. Be vigilant in that aspect, because you can definitely get ripped off, is what I'm saying. Now, along with the different types of properties you're considering, your location of your property, you must also consider the lifestyle that that area has. For instance, Ubud is a really culturally based area, spiritual. There's a lot of that going on in Ubud. Seminyak and Canggu, there are the places for like It's trendy. There's a big nightlife. The dining is exceptional. And when you go over to the east, into Sanur, it's more family orientated, friendly. It's got a good retiree community. So take those into consideration when you're doing your research for your ideal property. And again, that is entirely up to you. I can only give you information of what to consider because everyone's going to be different. Now, the question you might be asking is, John, who do I trust? Who do I go to? And from my experience, the only person that I trust wholeheartedly is me. So if I do the research and I do the work, then I know that by me trusting myself, I can actually get through this. And how I do this is, for me, is the best way to get over there, get over to Bali, live there for a month, live in the area that you're in, see if it suits you. If it doesn't, go to other areas. Like, you'll have a base there for the month, but you'll go over and you'll search properties whilst you're over there. Now, how it works a little bit different when you're over in Bali, of how you are to attain a property. There's a couple of ways. You can do it through social media platforms. You can join their communities. You can join rental properties in Bali. You can also go to real estate places. Like, they're usually like half and half real estate and half and half legal stuff. When you go there for your visas, etc., they also deal with those sort of things. But what I've learned is, you go to see the actual property, you hang around the area and you just ask people, because usually the chief of that area will come out and speak to you. He's probably he's the actual owner of the property, or giving you the ability to rent. That's the way you do it. That's the way how I would do it, because from the expats that I've spoken to whilst I'm over in Bali, they've told me to do that, because then you get a feel, you get a sense, you're actually there, you're living, and you know whether this is right or wrong for you, instead of just doing it from here in Australia or New Zealand or wherever you are in the world and just typing away of what you want, because you're never going to know what it's really like until you get there, and you don't want to be locked into anything prior to even going there to see the property. Alternatively, if you can't sacrifice the 1 month to go over there and do your research, then just dive straight in. But I would suggest renting in that area for 6 months, do a lease for 6 months, and then you've got 6 months to do your proper research. You're there, you're in the area, you're taking in the smells, you're taking in the culture, you're taking in the nightlife, you're taking in everything that either ticks or crosses you as a person or your family, and then you can go from there. Okay, so thank you for listening in today. Hopefully this information will get you started and on the road to doing your own research and own due diligence, because that's the key. Do your own, because everyone's different. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, and if I don't know them, I'll get in contact with my expat friends that are currently over there who will be able to answer those questions. Please like and push the thumbs up, but most importantly, by helping me out, grow my channel, subscribe. It'll be really appreciated. Lastly, on the end of this, as you all know, last week I spoke with Glenn and had a really good solid interview from him. He's also done me a solid, and he sent through videos of his property and some photographs. I'll do a little voiceover to end off our video with the footage that he's provided to us. And again, I really appreciate your help too, Glenn. That's me, team. Hopefully you guys have a great week this week, and enjoy the weekend. It's starting to warm up here in Brisbane, and I'm really enjoying it. Until the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you then. Cheers. Welcome to this Bali retreat, a double-story home designed for both comfort and lifestyle. On the ground floor, you'll find a spacious layout with a full kitchen and dining area, perfect for preparing meals or entertaining friends. Beside it sits a cozy bedroom with its own shower and toilet, giving you privacy and convenience. Step outside and you'll be greeted by a private pool, the centerpiece of the property. Whether it's a refreshing morning swim, an afternoon cool down, or a sunset dip, this pool creates the true value of Bali living. Upstairs, the home continues with a second bedroom, also featuring its own private shower and toilet. Here, you'll also discover an outdoor entertaining area, a space designed for gatherings, relaxation, or simply enjoying the warm evening breeze. To make day-to-day life even easier, the property includes 2 separate laundries, a rare feature that adds real practicality for long-term living. Now, let's talk about location. From your front door, it's only 550 meters to the famous Seminyak Beach, one of Bali's most iconic coastlines. This property sits just 500 meters behind the well-known Bintang Supermarket, meaning you're never far from daily essentials. With only 150 meters, you'll find lively clubs, inviting cafés, and a variety of dining options to suit every taste. As you walk through the local lanes toward the supermarket, you'll also come across small, family-run warungs, the heart of Balinese culture, where you can enjoy authentic meals at local prices. These hidden gems bring community, warmth, and tradition right to your doorstep. This home is more than just a place to stay, it's a balance of modern convenience and authentic Balinese lifestyle with thoughtful design inside, a private pool and outdoor spaces to enjoy, and the best of Seminyak just steps away. It's a retreat where every day feels like a holiday. And for 23,000 AUD per year, that's a steal.